Welcome back to the MC Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Antony. My co-host right here is Kyle Heath. This is the show where we cover gaming industry-related news of the last week. We're talking this week. We're going to dive a little bit into GTA 6 developer Rockstar. They kind of fired an entire office, but also didn't fire them. We're going to get into that. There's also Gears of War E-Day. I've been dying to talk about. I'm really excited for the next Gears of War. For anybody that doesn't even know anything about Gears of War, E-Day is like, what's it called? The prequel to the main line of story. So it's definitely gonna be worth checking out. There's also a study on if you game more than 10 hours a week, which is probably anybody that listens to this. You're struggling with health, and you need to read this article. The next one, we're gonna talk about Marathon and basically news that we got from Bungie. But before we do, Kyle, how you been, dude? What have you been up to? Have you enjoyed Lord of the Rings? I know you watched that last week. You said you were going to give a quick little update. What was your experience like?
It feels like a month ago I watched that, but no, that was last week.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was very good. I watched Fellowship of the Ring. The first thing.
First time ever, yeah.
Yeah, first time ever in theaters with D-Box. So for those that don't know, it's like this new experience is rolling out to theaters in America where essentially it's like a motion seat of sorts. Which, like, when I first heard about it, it was like, oh, like, it rumbles with the fights, and it's, like, synced up with each scene in the movie and everything. And I was like, oh, this is going to be some gimmicky thing I'm probably not going to like. But they had an offering for the Lord of the Rings film, so I was like, you know what? Let me check out the first one in this D-Box. And to my surprise, it was actually, like, it was pretty... I mean, it wasn't like... it was certainly... It adds a level of immersion to it, probably, but also, like... It does, like, the seats do a lot more than just shake, like when like a fight happens or like a blast explosion happens. It's very much like if there's so many scenes, especially in the first film that when I was watching, where it's like, you know, you get those large pans of the landscape and you see like all like the grasslands and all that, and you see all the high structures and mountains, and so like when it does those pans where it shows kind of like the broader landscape, the seat almost like kind of moves with it. So it's like, it almost feels like you're like floating. It's like really interesting. And so like every time you get one of those scenes, it's like, you're just like kind of floating, and it's ever so slight, but you could definitely tell you're not still. So like the first, like probably like 5 minutes of the movie, like they did it a little bit in the kind of the intro sequence when they were like panning over like the maps and all that and kind of showing all that off. And like at first I was like, oh, I don't know, like I hope I don't get motion sick, because it was like kind of like very just jarring at first. And I was like, oh, I don't know how this is gonna go. But then like after about 10 minutes, like I started getting used to it, and I was like, okay, like I actually really like this. And so like as the movie progresses, it doesn't stop to a certain extent, but I mean there's certainly moments where you're not doing anything, you're just sitting there, which is nice. So it's not like the whole time, but
yeah, it gives you a bit of a breather, right?
But yeah, I mean, just the movie itself, like I loved like the visuals and everything. Like I think overall, like I understand why it's one of those movies that people were like, it's like a must watch for anybody. Like after watching it, I was like, oh yeah, no, it makes sense. And just like kind of getting, especially this past year, I got more into like fantasy type of like, you know, fiction. So just seeing that and kind of diving into that a little bit more at the start of this year has been kind of nice. And so I don't know, Lord of the Rings, it's something that the experience was so good, and I was like kind of upset. Like after the movie was over, I was like, well, I don't have tickets for the other movies like this weekend, and I don't know if they're gonna do the D-Box like experience again next weekend. So I was like kind of upset. I was like, I don't know if I'm able to. I was like, kind of wish I just like booked out the other movies and just went to them, because I was like, it's actually pretty sick. But luckily, I guess demand was so high. Like this next weekend, the theater added like a ton of more showings with across like all the films with this technology. So there was plenty of seats available. So like I was just like literally the next day, I was just like on my phone just checking, and sure enough, I saw all the different like times and everything I could go, and I was like, all right, like this is the last weekend they're doing it, so I just went ahead and booked 2 more tickets for the second and third film. And so I'm assuming the weather holds up this weekend, I'm gonna go and try and watch the last 2. But I'm excited because yeah, the first movie is so good, and so getting to do like a back-to-back sort of marathon weekend, I'm very much looking forward to it, especially with that experience. So
did you say it was extended? The extended edition?
Yeah,
like director's cut. Okay,
yeah, they're extended ones. Yeah, because that's
those are a commitment. That's like 3 hours,
dude. Yeah,
you're not even. It was like ready 4. For the Return of the King.
It was nearly 4. I feel like all those. I'm pretty sure all of them are like either just past 4 or they're really close to 4 hours. So it's like,
All of them are close to 4 hours,
Yeah.
I think, except for Return of the King. Return of the King's the longest by far. Totally worth it. It pays off everything. It's
Hey,
gonna be really cool.
I will say like it was almost 4 hours, but like for the first movie, but like I don't know, there weren't any moments for me where I was like just like, oh, why am I here? Or like I was bored. Like there was none of that. Like each like scene, it was like if there wasn't like some grandiose fight scene, they're in like this giant kind of wooded area with like the elves and everything, and so you're seeing that scenery and you're kind of seeing like the
Cool.
dark kind of mystique there, and they go to like the different I forget like what the name of like the one place where it's like all bright and like sunny, and they end up there, and like it's like Frodo,
Where the elves are?
like Frodo was like about to die, and then they bring him to like this place, and he gets healed. And all that.
Rivendell.
Yeah.
The House of Elrond.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that place. Like they get to there, and it's like it's just like it's a breath of fresh air after seeing this dark, kind of gloomy like path that it took Frodo on. He's about to die by like kind of all the ring bearers and whatnot. So like that whole thing was like you get through all that darkness, and then you get to this space, and it's like it was almost like it, and it like kind of hit. It was weird too. Like I almost got emotional whenever like Frodo woke up, and like they were all there to like help him, and then like the one. I'm so bad with names, but like the one guy kind of looks over him and he's like, "You're safe now," and like he kind of gives that whole like he's like, "You're with us, you're safe," like and all that. Like
are you talking about Gandalf, the wizard?
No, it wasn't Gandalf. It was the one that Gandalf talks to.
The elf.
I think it was an elf. It was like kind of the elder.
Yeah, then that's Elrond.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the guys that he has one of the elven rings of power.
Yeah, like I don't know, but like because like he leaned over to Frodo, he's like, "Oh, you're safe now." I swear to God, I almost got emotional. I don't know why. Like I was just like I was sitting there, I was like, dude, this is like whoa. Like it's just I don't know. There's like it was like so weird because normally I don't get emotional over like stuff like that, but like it was just kind of like something about it was just like whoa. Like I'm just like I rarely get that from movies, so it was like just
It's
yeah. I rarely get that, which tells me it's a really good movie. So there you go. It's kind of just like
I'm so excited for you to watch the remainder. I'm gonna probably ask you about it every time, even though this is like a video game podcast.
I don't know, man. Like they're going through the whole like what's like the mine shaft sequence or whatever, and it's like they're like traveling down, and they get to like the stairs, and like they're falling apart, and like everyone's having to jump across, and it's like you see just the structure.
It's intense, dude.
And like the skeletons or whatever, or like the orcs or whatever, like are bowing or like trying to shoot them with arrows, and then like Legolas is just like piecing them from like 200 meters away, and you're just like, whoa,
dude's got aimbot.
Yeah, it's insane. Just seeing that whole sequence is like, dude, just watching Legolas like just literally piece everyone, no matter the distance, like even close quarters. He's just like shotgunning with his bow, and it's like insane. So I don't know, man.
I'm most excited for you. Like you getting the first impressions always fun, but when you start like reading the books or you start watching videos on the lore and you find out like for example, they hint at it. They don't outright say it. Like Aragorn is a prince or like basically a he's like a not forsaken. He has himself in exile to be a king. From being a king, but a lot of people miss it on their first watch. Legolas is a prince, and people don't really see that. So it's like it's one of the reasons why when Legolas shows up in front of all the other elves, they all automatically respect him because he's a prince.
Yeah.
And because he does the shit you're talking about, where he's like he's lasering across the map with a bow and arrow.
He's got skill, like whoa.
Yeah. Dude, it gets even better as it goes on. Like you get to see some more skill out of these guys, and you get to learn like who each of them really are. It's pretty sick.
Yeah.
It's pretty sick.
Dude, yeah, it's I don't know, man. Like, yeah. It was phenomenal. Like I said, I think I literally like right after the movie, I'd like sit in the group chat message and like I was just like, I have no notes. Like I was just really good. Like it was everything like and more that I was expecting. So I suspect nothing less from the final two films. So I'll be sure to give my reviews. But yeah, dude, yeah, really good. I feel very like fortunate that I get to see these for the first time in theaters. Like I feel like it's the proper way to see them. So it's like,
yeah,
I don't know, dude. It's like I feel like I had to take advantage of like this 25th anniversary showing they're doing. So yeah, no, I'm very much looking forward to it. Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
like I don't know. I watched that first film. Got the next two lined up. Outside of that, I've actually I don't know if I actually talked about this on the show. Again, it's not really video game related. I won't spend too much time on it, but I did start watching The Boys, like, kind of over the break of
yeah.
the podcast that we did.
Yeah, nice.
I started watching like Gen V and that whole thing. Because like I had a buddy that was like, recommended forever ago. He's like, dude, you should watch The Boys. And like at the time, I was just like, I wasn't really in the mood to watch his shows. I just never got around to it. But
That's
like,
fair, yeah.
But dude, I got into it, man. I started watching it, dude. It's crazy.
It's outrageous.
I have binged probably like, I mean, I binged the whole thing at this point, but like literally within like 3 weeks, like I've watched all of it, The Boys, all of like the Gen V kind of side show and everything, and it's just like, and now I'm ready for season 5. So it's like in 3 months I'll be like, I'm already caught up and ready to watch that. Yeah, dude, no, that's another really good show, and yeah, dude, it's like I looked, it's so funny because I looked up one of the actor that plays Butcher, Carl Urban. Like I looked him up because I was like, he's got to be from like Australia or something, like his accent. And so I looked him up and said, oh, New Zealand actor. And then I looked at his IMDb and it's like, oh, he was in the second, third Lord of the Rings movies. I was like, oh, sick.
Yeah.
So I'm sure I'll see.
Yeah, you're gonna see him.
I'm good to see him in that. So it's kind of funny to see that connection. But yeah, no, another really good show. Again, won't like go into too much time talking about it. Video game wise, this past week played for the first time in 5 years almost. I fired up Valheim because me and a buddy were like, let's check it out. Because like we had a buddy that was like,
it's been a whole bunch of updates, I think.
Yeah, like I think there definitely has been some updates. Like, it's kind of weird. Like there's been updates. I mean, it's not wildly different visually from what I remember. At least kind of the early stages. But there's so much to do in the game. There's so much depth to it. And like me and my buddy have probably put like, I don't know, 4 to 6 hours in, and there's just scratching the surface. And so, but yeah, we started a world. We're getting into that. See if we can, because I want to like, because like I'm at a point now where I'm like, okay, kind of in between games in terms of like new releases and stuff, waiting on stuff come out. So trying to go back and like try to get to like maybe in game in some of the older games I never really like spent a whole lot of time on. So it's kind of the goal with that. But played some of that. I played some Supermarket Together, a little bit more of that. I'm just kind of like, that's more so just like to just give me like something to not pay attention to while I like listen to like a podcast or a show or something.
Yeah.
It's kind of just like, I don't know, occupy my
nice
hands.
little like a filler.
Yeah, it's just like the filler game right now. But I mean, I do eventually want to get back to like Clair Obscur and play that. But I know that's something I wanted to devote my whole attention to. So I got to pick some time blocks to like dedicate to that. And taking that story.
Problem is just not having enough time for all the good games out. I've been doing just about the same. I've been so busy with work lately that my go-to has been trying to get on Halo. Honestly, I've been playing a little bit more COD, just multiplayer stuff, not Warzone or anything. I want Rank to come out so me and the boys can get together and just start rolling like some stacks together and having a good time. Very excited about that. But you know what I've been watching more than anything is people playing Arc Raiders and what's it called, Delta Force, I think that's the one that Summit's literally playing right now. Yeah, I've been watching him play games, and I've been watching the Burnt Peanut play, who, for anybody that doesn't know, this dude has like he's literally everywhere in gaming related stuff. I think he's on 4 different platforms now. So he's on Twitch, Kick, YouTube, X, and I think those are the main 4. He easily clears 200,000 people a night, every stream. It's insane.
I mean,
and his chat's wild bonkers, and he's just relentlessly talented and like entertaining.
Yeah.
He gets kind of repetitive, but I mean, if you're streaming for 9 hours at a time, it's outrageous. He's also 100% boozing while he's playing too, which is hilarious.
Probably, I see like TikToks and shorts all the time of people saying like, you know, it's like couple. It could be like a couple, and like the guy was into like Burnt Peanut, and then he'll like be like, he's like, I got my girlfriend hooked, and like it shows her like she has the stream pulled up on like her iPad or her laptop or something like that, and you're like, dude, everyone's digging in, man. So
dude,
cool to see.
I showed it to my partner, the whole interaction that he was having with like all these different highlights of him. I just love it when he's screaming and cursing at his chat. When he gets like these donos from his chat, it's just like you're trash at the game or whatever. He just starts screaming, "Burn that man!" Or not burn him, but ban that man, ban him. Just like he's got some good, hilarious get-ups, I think.
He's played with so many people.
Pretty funny.
He's played with so many streamers. He ended up playing with Jamar Chase, the wide receiver for the Bengals.
Yeah, I
which
saw
thought
that, and
was
then
kinda
he
funny.
didn't know anything about Jamar Chase at all.
Yeah, it was
Uh,
hilarious.
I have a theory, like my partner and I, we have this theory that he's actually from New Jersey because he has like a New Jersey accent. It
Yeah,
sounds like.
yeah,
Um,
wouldn't be surprised.
so we're like, he's got to be, and like the way he talks and the way he like specifically, I've heard mannerisms and stuff coming from him that remind me of people
Yeah,
I knew in like Seaside. So it's
funny.
like, what is going on? Or Tom's River, yeah, for anybody that's out in Jersey. I'm curious where he's from, but yeah, apparently he lives actually in Texas.
I mean, and
But yeah,
I think all the big streamers nowadays probably do. So won't surprise me. But yeah,
it would
no,
make the most sense,
it's
I
great,
think.
dude. Like it just arc raiders in general. It still surprises me how high that player count is still. Like, it hasn't dropped, which is kind of interesting. It's like that game is like actually starting to withstand some longevity. Just like, all right, there we go.
You know something that we know about him with the Arc Raiders is I saw Ninja make a post or like a video, and I was really surprised to see it. Ninja basically did a whole thing about how Arc Raiders shouldn't become a competitive game. And I thought that was pretty crazy because it was like, dude, this is the one guy that thinks for the longest time he thought every game has to be competitive to be successful.
Uh,
And now he's just completely switched up. He's like, it doesn't need to be competitive. Like he hopes it never
I
has
mean,
tournaments.
I agree with him.
Um, I think it's going to be a perfect game for people to just stream and have fun. And I think we missed that. You know,
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think there's a reason to make it competitive. I think it's the type of game where it's an extraction shooter, and you could get those lobbies where it's super competitive to try and like exfil and get out. But I mean, yeah, like tournaments and stuff like that, I feel like just wouldn't really make sense. Um, I don't know. That's just me. I guess there's enough like balance where you probably I don't know. In theory, you probably could do it, and it wouldn't be like too RNG or anything. But it's one of those things. The game's so successful, and people are just enjoying the standard matches and the night raids and all that. Like the game has enough. So
yeah, just it doesn't need streamers either. It just succeeds on its own, which is cool.
yeah. So yeah.
But hey,
Hopefully,
how about we
keep
stop
going, dude.
ranting, dude, and get to the
I
news?
agree. Yeah. So
All right,
I agree.
all right, you're on to the first one, brother.
It's pretty crazy, man. Pretty crazy stuff. So let's talk about Rockstar. Some news. So we can pull this Tom Phillips IGN. Rockstar had an interesting chain of events this past weekend, kind of into the early week. GTA 6 developer Rockstar North open and operational after fire crews rushed to explosion. Emergency services have now departed following a boiler room incident. So, we'll read the original story. I read the update. There is an update to the story we'll read at the end. So the original story says fire services attended the offices of GTA 6 developer Rockstar North this morning and secured structural damage following a reported boiler explosion. 7 vehicles were mobilized to attend the main Rockstar North building in Edinburgh, Scotland at 5:02 a.m. local time, just after midnight Eastern. Following an incident that local news outlet Edinburgh Live described as an explosion in a boiler room. Crews remained on site for over 4 hours, but have now left the scene, Scottish newspaper The Herald has reported. Quote, we were alerted at 5:02 a.m. on Monday, January 19th, to attend an incident in Holyrood Road, Edinburgh, a Scottish fire and rescue service spokesperson said. Operations Control mobilized 3 fire appliances and specialist resources to the scene, while firefighters worked to secure structural damage to a commercial building. There were no reported casualties, and crews left the scene at 9:21 a.m. Rockstar Games' Edinburgh office has long served as the heart of the company, with development of every major Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption game taking place within its walls. Most recently, the building has been the site of protests over Rockstar's sudden firing of workers amid an increasingly bitter dispute that the layoffs were due to the employees' union membership. A claim that Rockstar itself vehemently denied. Kind of shows pictures in the article of that protest. It's believed that office remains shut today, though it's too early to say how this setback might impact the release of the twice-delayed GTA 6. Rockstar's hugely anticipated game is currently set to launch on November 19th. IGN has contacted Rockstar Games for more, and there actually was an update to the article later on. That update reads, Rockstar Games has told IGN that its studio opened today following the incident, attended by emergency services in the early hours of the morning. Early Monday morning, there was a malfunction in one of the heating boilers at Rockstar North. A Rockstar Games spokesperson confirmed to IGN in a live statement. Many thanks to those that reached out with concern, and also to the police and fire crews who were on scene quickly to assess the situation. Please know that everyone is well and our studio remains open and operational. Early reports from emergency service personnel made mention of securing structural damage to the building. The Rockstar statement appears to suggest that this was minimal. So yeah, it seems like now everything's good. No major incident happened.
Yeah.
And I would not suspect another delay to GTA, at least not in part for the boiler explosion. So we'd love to hear that, Mike.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Real quick, though, you said Edinburgh. That would be the American way to say it. It's
Educate me.
Edinburgh.
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 Don't listen to this dumb
yeah, just
American.
helping you out.
You know what I'm saying? Don't listen to me.
My dad's
Edinburgh.
British, so I know.
Thank you.
Awesome town, by the way. So, couple of things. So I work in building engineering, and I've spec'd and designed a buttload of boilers for different buildings. Now, judging by the pictures, if they're outside, like where the office is, it's probably not that big of a boiler plant, like compared to what I'm used to. But when I hear there's boiler issues, so boilers are basically like a pressure cooker, almost like a bomb in a way. If it like, there's famous cases of boilers exploding and taking down buildings.
Jeez.
Let me put it this way: when you build a boiler room, you basically build like a vault or a bunker for a bomb, because that's kind of what ended up happening early on. And there's an entire commission in the United States to protect and like regulate boiler size, construction, all this kind of stuff. It's pretty serious, and there was a lot of issues. I can't remember which. It's so famous, the boiler explosion that I'm thinking about. But it was really, really bad, is the point. So when I first saw this, and you like linked me on, like, I think it was a Twitter or a news article, you linked me, and you're like, oh yeah, GTA 6 is gonna be delayed. And I'm just like, screw GTA 6. I hope the boiler didn't take out the building. Like, that was the first thing I thought. Because when you have boiler issues, it could be like really minor. Maybe they had like a little fire, like something sparked or something tripped and it triggered a wrong alarm. Like, there's anything that can happen very quickly, where it's not a big deal. But if it's like catastrophic structural damage to the building, it's like, bro, this could be really, really bad. And honestly, it's just really cool to see. Not cool, but like, it's reassuring that everybody's okay, and the reports are fine. Kind of not a false alarm, obviously. It was a real alarm, but it's good to see that nobody got injured, because you could have had a travesty, like 100%. It's no joke when a boiler, like, that's the one thing when we're designing I never want to hear is an issue. It's like, I never want to hear that a boiler blew up or a chiller malfunctioned. I never want to hear that a cooling tower on the roof fell through the roof. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't want stuff like that, you know? Yeah, so that's a little sidetrack of kind of what I do, but I think yeah, hopefully, yeah, nothing's delayed, everything's fine. It's just kind of a shame that GTA 6 has taken 10 plus years to come out, and when something like this happens, the number one thought is like, damn, the game's gonna be delayed, and not like, yo, are these people okay? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, in my message, it was more so like a troll. Like, I don't like, and I think obviously that was probably the overall sort of like, you know, troll, not troll statement around like social media was like, you know, like that was the running joke of like, well, GTA is going to get a third delay. Here we go. Like, that was kind of the big thing. But I didn't know much about boilers at all. So to hear kind of that, you know, very educational side of kind of how these are built, and especially the rooms that enclose them. Yeah, I could see why it could be pretty like, you hear a boiler explode, it's like, all right, here we go. Like, so yeah.
It is literally, it's no joke. I just typed in famous boiler explosions, and I forgot, but you know how like steamboats used to be a thing?
Yeah.
Back in the 1800s?
Yep.
Yeah, boilers exploded all the time.
And you're on a
sunk
boat.
the ship. Yeah,
Gosh.
and you're rip. It actually happened in 2003, SS Norway, apparently. An industrial boiler exploded on the docked cruise ship, killing 8 crew members due to insufficient maintenance, leading
Jeez.
to the ship's decommissioning. Do you understand?
God.
It blew up in 2003 on a cruise ship, and they decommissioned the ship.
Rinsed.
Do you
Ruined.
understand how big, like, and the things here are basically showing, like, massive explosions and complete destruction.
Jeez.
Yeah, boiler failures are no joke. Just 100% no joke.
Yeah, evidently.
So it's good to see everybody's okay.
Minimal structural damage. So hopefully it's not.
Yeah, just a little crack.
hopefully not long-standing repairs, but yeah, dude. If
No.
GTX 6 gets delayed, it certainly wasn't because of this. So it's gonna be, just the fact that the game's probably not content complete, and we're 8 months out.
They're okay.
So
Yep, and they're a-okay.
well, 10 months out.
All right.
Jeez.
Yeah, hopefully.
Oh.
All right.
You know what?
Next one. Let's
10 months out.
Gears of War E-Day, Emergence Day. I'm so excited. For anybody that doesn't know anything about Gears of War, stick around. You've never played Gears of War, have you, Kyle? I don't think you
No, I
did.
don't think I did.
Yeah, it's before your time. Yeah, so GameSpot wrote this article. Eddie McCush, M-A-K-K-U-C-H. McCock, I think. McCush? I don't know. Sorry,
I have
Eddie.
no idea.
But thanks for writing the article that we're about to read. It's on GameSpot. So it's called Gears of War E-Day, aiming for similar tone and vibes, in quotes, of original games, dev says. The new Gears of War game is coming this year, he says. Subtitle. Alrighty, let's see what Eddie's got to say. Among Microsoft's new releases for 2026 is Gears of War E-Day. Yeah, a prequel to the original games that's in the works at the Coalition. The Coalition's developer, obviously. Creative director Matt Cersei, has now shared some new information about the game, saying the aim is for the Xbox and PC game to harken back to the tone and vibes of the original games. Speaking to Games Radar, Cersei said, "This is our most ambitious game yet, entirely built from scratch in Unreal Engine 5. The game features Gears' main characters Marcus and Dom battling against the Locust for the first time, as the E-Day in the title stands for Emergency Day, aka the day the Locust horde emerged onto the surface of Syrah. Syrah? Yeah, Syrah. Alright, so Cersei continues. We wanted to build a game that feels like Gears but plays like new. E-Day is a celebration of both the past and what's to come in the future. The developer added that E-Day features touch points in the lore for us to build from. At the same time, the studio said it has enough room to bring new elements and ideas in. E-Day is due to release sometime this year, which is the 20 years after the first game came out in 2006 on Xbox 360. Holy smokes. It's crazy. I actually have it over there on my bookshelf. The game has been confirmed only for PC and Xbox, but it's been reported that the game could also come to PS5 just like Gears of War Reloaded did in 2025. In other news, the next Xbox Developer Direct is coming in up on January 22nd, which will be
already out.
Thursday.
It's already out.
It's already out. Yeah, by the time you hear us, it's already out. Go check it out. Yeah, do you have any questions about Gears of War? I guess.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I necessarily have any questions about it. It is crazy that it's 20 years now. That's pretty insane.
Yeah.
To think about. I mean, I've seen
It's been
some
7 years since the last one came out.
Yeah, dude. Wow. No, yeah, that is accurate. I don't know. I mean, it's certainly a series. Like the stories, I think it's worth going back and be playing, and just like experiencing that, especially if one of like see the reviews and old Xbox heads are saying. And it was I think a pretty important franchise for Xbox. So it's definitely something I want to explore at some point. And yeah, just like understand like the Locust. I think that's not what it's called, like the Locust and all that.
Yes. So I'll give you a quick little rundown. It's like Emergence Day, E-Day, is when the Locust horde, and the Locusts are basically like a hive mind, insect, humanoid, mole people under the ground that have been under the ground for a very long time. And a lot of different things end up happening to where they emerge above the ground, and once they do, they go to war against humanity. So they're there to extinguish or make extinct. I guess extinguish. I guess can kind of work with that, but basically destroy all humans. essentially. And there's a whole story. There's a lot of like trials and tribulation that the ragtag group, coalition, the military, that they go through on their journey to try to defeat the horde. You learn more and more about them. They get stronger and stronger and stronger. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on. The multiplayer is fantastic. But Emergence Day is going to be pretty cool for a lot of people that have never played Gears before. It's going to be, I would consider it to be similar to when Doom was remade and they came out with like the relaunch of Doom. Was it Doom 2019 or 2018?
Doom 2016 was the first one.
16, yes. Jeez. Okay, well, Doom 2016 was like kind of the reboot of the old story.
Right.
And it was phenomenal. And then I loved Doom Eternal as well. And then I've been playing Doom the Dark Ages. I think if you have never played Gears before, this is your opportunity, at least to get into the story, because it's going to be good.
I mean, especially
it's an
if
interesting concept.
I mean, yeah, this is kind of like a prequel of sorts. Seems like
yeah, you literally don't need to play any of the other games.
Like, you know, if you want to play it canonically, you would start with this one and then
yeah, play the other exactly. I honestly think that's going to be the plan. I could see them doing this. I could see them going, Emergence Day coming out, E-Day coming out, maybe a year later, give people like an opportunity to play it. Then you do a remake of the campaign only, and I would do all the campaigns, and then I would do Gears of War 3 multiplayer. There's still a comp scene in Gears. Make no mistake. There's a serious comp scene. So they gotta get those guys involved, but they also need to get the casuals, the fans back in for the story. I don't think people realize how big Gears was. Like Gears 2 and 3 was up there with COD and Halo. It was no joke. And they've been neglected and beaten really bad, that fan base. So they need a good win, and I really hope it comes for E-Day. That'd be really cool.
Yeah. I know when I was getting the Halo scene and everything, whenever Infinite first started, you were telling me about all these different pros, and you were like, oh yeah, like this guy came from Gears. This guy came from Gears. Like,
yeah.
like there's a lot of like, oh, they came from Gears. So I thought
dude, like the original Shopify Rebellion, all those guys came from Gears. And you saw how good the transition was. They were insane.
Yeah, a lot of the Gears players were really good at Halo.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's a shooter. It's awesome. They take it serious. It's like, bring it back.
I mean, I think
reinvest.
I mean, game wise, one thing I remember is the chainsaw gun. Like this is a machine gun, or like the assault rifle that doubled as a chainsaw. Yeah, I know that. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's play. Maybe I'll wait till E-Day comes out. I'll play E-Day, and then go back and like
see how you like it and get into
do it that way.
Do it
canonically. How do I play these games? Yeah, I don't know. That'll probably be the play.
Cool.
It's coming.
All right, talk to me about some psychology now. What am I doing wrong in my life?
Sit back on my couch, sir. Talk about this.
All right.
Gizmodo. I don't know if we've ever pulled an article from Gizmodo. I've heard of the outlet, but
we have
a
long time ago, like maybe 2 years ago, honestly.
Yeah, it's the author. I'm assuming that's Margarita Bassi. Margarita is a crazy name, and butchered that. I'm sorry.
Margarita.
Margarita. I don't. Maybe I'm just like thinking of the drink. I just want to drink anyway.
I think you're just thirsty.
Did you know, Mike? Gaming more than 10 hours a week? I'm not going to tell you the conclusion yet because we'll read the conclusion, but probably want to hear this. Here's what scientists have discovered when they investigated the health of 3 types of video gamers in Australia. I was going to like make a funny comment, but it was going to be like derogatory to Australia, so I love my Aussies, so I won't say anything.
Yeah.
We've got great news for everyone who's been kept awake until the wee hours in the morning by a family member or housemate screaming obscenities at their monitor while playing video games. Your lectures about how playing video games for so long isn't healthy now have a scientific justification. A paper published earlier this month in the journal Nutrition found an association between gaming more than 10 hours a week and poor diet quality, higher body mass, and lower sleep quality. There's correlation, apparently. So the research suggests that playing video games isn't the main problem, but overdoing the amount of time dedicated to it, according to Mario Cybro, a co-author of the study from the Curtin School of Population Health. Hardcore gaming might impact health. What stood out was students gaming up to 10 hours a week all looked very similar in terms of diet, sleep, and body weight, he said in the current university statement. The real differences emerged in those gaming more than 10 hours a week, who showed clear divergence from the rest of the sample. Cybro and his coworkers worked with over 300 students from Australian universities who self-reported how much time they spent gaming per week. Based on this information, the team organized them into 3 categories. You have low gamers, they called them 0 to 9 hours, or 0 to 5 hours of gaming per week. You have moderate gamers, which is 5 to 10 hours per week, and high gamers, which is more than 10 hours per week. Low and moderate gamers describe similar health statuses, which were significantly worse for high gamers. For example, the researchers noted lower diet quality for high gamers. Heavy gamers were more likely to be obese with a median BMI of 26.3. By comparison, low and moderate gamers had healthier averages of 22.2 and 22.8 respectively. Get BMI.
That's a huge jump. That's a huge jump, man. I don't concentrate on BMI too much, because like if you have a lot of muscle mass, it kind of throws it off. But
Yeah,
the fact that
BMI
it's like a
is,
6-point BMI difference, that's kind of nuts.
yeah, I mean, yeah, BMI. I mean, it's funny you mentioned that because like BMI is very like it can be variable in terms of like person to person. Like you could have what appears to be healthy individuals have a high BMI. It's like really weird how it works. Each additional hour of gaming per week was linked to a decline in diet quality, even after accounting for stress, physical activity, and other lifestyle factors, Cybro explained. Poor sleep quality. If you're trying to argue against your household gamer logging 10 hours a week, sleep quality might be your strongest case. In the study, all 3 categories reported poor sleep quality overall, though moderate and high gamers had lower scores than low gamers. The study found an important association between gaming hours and sleep disruption. This study doesn't prove gaming causes these issues, but it shows a clear pattern that excessive gaming may be linked to an increase in health risk factors, Sabro clarified. Our data suggests low moderate gaming is generally fine, but excessive gaming may crowd out healthy habits such as eating a balanced diet, sleeping properly, and staying active. To which he added, because university habits often follow people into adulthood, healthier routines such as taking breaks from gaming, avoiding playing games late at night, and choosing healthier snacks may help improve their overall well-being. So it's like, overall, I read this article, and I think there's something to be said about, a sedentary hobby like gaming. If you don't, if you are not conscious about kind of getting up, taking breaks every now and again, or you're not like exercising, outside of like during the week, or like finding ways to be active, out of the hours you're playing. Obviously, you sit around, you do nothing, or you sit around, you game, you're not active. Like, yeah, it's gonna promote, unhealthy habits, and you're not gonna be the healthiest individual, right? I mean, I think that's just kind of, I think overall, like, and especially like as like for adults and stuff, like I think it's one of those things you kind of have to be mindful of it, and and it comes with the territory, I guess. But I mean, there's certainly tons of people that game way more than 10 hours a week, but they still maintain a healthy workout regimen, and they don't go too crazy with their diet, and they're fine. So it's like it's important to like just be mindful of what you're like. Are you exercising? Like is it something you're really concerned about, especially as you get older? It's definitely something to be mindful of. But I think in other words, I don't think this is like complete BS, but because I see kind of what he's trying to get at. But also, just it's something I think just to be mindful of. Like, if you're gaming a lot, like, sure, it could lead to unhealthy habits if you're not conscious of what you're doing, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I think it's more about like causation versus correlation causation kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where the primary focus in this article is more related towards obesity or being heavy, and it doesn't make that much sense because I know plenty of gamers that will literally game so much they forget to eat, and they're really thin and they're kind
Yeah.
of small. So it's like,
Yeah.
how does that work? It's like I I don't think they're entirely like there's not a correlation. I think
Yeah, no.
if you are more likely to be willing to game, then you're probably more than likely willing to skip gym time or going places just because it's like it's a leisurely activity, and if it
No.
becomes your passion, then why would you do other things? It kind of will just consume your time. It's funny because me personally, I think the healthiest I've been was when I was playing the most amount of video games, but that's because I had more time on my hands to play video games. I had more time to go to the gym every single day, more time to go for a 5K run like every
Yeah.
day. And when I was doing that, it was like it was a really good routine, and it was like I had way more time on my hands. Now, I don't have time to play video games, and I gain more weight because all I'm doing is working.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm
Well,
working
stress
behind a
doesn't help
desk.
too. So, like,
Stress
yeah.
definitely does not help. I'm stressed out
Yeah.
of my mind. But I got this new, like, personally, I got a new Fitbit thingy, basically, that keeps track of my heart rate, and it has risen comparatively to when I was running 5Ks all the time, but I'm still have a really good heart rate. So I'm like, oh, thank goodness, because I was worried now exercising would cause heart disease and I would die. So
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
like,
yeah, the anxiety's real.
yeah, 100%. But that's just like a personal note, I think. So what I'm saying is like, I think it might impact, like, if you're gaming all the time, it's probably going to impact your health some way, somehow.
Yeah.
You should be doing moderation. You should have reminders to go, like, go for an exercise, go for a walk, do like 100 steps, walk around anywhere,
Yeah.
Um, don't make things easier for yourself. Like, don't put the mini fridge in your room and
Yeah,
make it
yeah,
in
that's
reachable
true.
distance. Like, make it at least
Yeah.
hard, man.
Yeah.
Like, get a dog and go walking.
Yeah.
Like, an hour a day or something.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, there are other things you can do, is what I'm saying,
Yeah.
and pick up a hobby, exercise. I think that should just be what you should do in general. I mean, there are plenty of people that I work with that have a buttload of responsibility and they gained a buttload of weight,
Yeah.
and you don't see me saying like, "Oh, hardcore working might impact health." It's like, yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Hardcore anything will impact your health. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
It's true, yeah.
It's
Yeah. I mean I
yeah,
mean everyone's body's different too, right? I mean
that's a fact.
it's hard to say play excessive video games is the reason people are fat. Like I think there's so many other factors
On
and it's just, yeah.
yeah, an underrated one that I learned about ages ago is genetics.
Mhm.
So especially for people that are young, like probably if you're in that age group of like 16 to 26 and your like body fully hasn't adjusted hormone levels and you don't really know, like you don't have a balance on like a chemical level, right?
Yeah.
What you eat can be super reactive to how your body reacts. Like it can
Right.
impact
Yeah.
it to a high level. I remember there were people that were saying like their body got used to a diet of fast food, so when they stopped eating the fast food and they went to a healthy diet, their skin like broke out and they
Yeah.
started having like really bad acne
Yeah.
because like
I
your
believe it.
entire
Yeah.
chemistry of your body changes.
Yeah.
Um, these things happen,
Yeah.
and
It's totally true.
honestly, yeah. At the end of the day, it's like, okay, cool, scientists doing research and stuff like that. Yeah, okay, I get it. But let's talk to the doctors and figure out exactly why you might be overweight.
Yeah.
It might not
Yeah,
just be
like
video games.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I certainly won't want people to read this and be like, "Oh, it's my 30 hours of gaming a week. That's the reason for all the problems in my life."
Yeah.
Like, so no, that may not be entirely the story. So I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's certainly, I mean, it's something to be mindful of. But I mean, I think to your point, like, I mean, it's just in general. I think like it's good to at least like just get up and walk every now and again, just kind of like
Mhm.
step away
Yeah.
from screens for a little bit. It's
Or get
important
like
not
a
only
standing desk or something if you
yeah.
can,
Yeah, I mean, even a
something.
standing desk, you can get like one of the little like those desk treadmills that people have now. It's like so they just sit there and just walk at the desk. I mean, there's such things you can do. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's certainly an interesting article, and I can appreciate trying to do research into this, but yeah, it's like as someone who's gamed a majority of their life, it's hard for me to buy into like, oh, this is the reason. Like this is the reason for obesity, or like like back when like Columbine and stuff happened, and it's like
It's the
Doom
reason
and
why you're
everything.
violent.
Yeah, it's like Doom and all
Yeah.
those games like took the blame of like this happened because of violent media, and that's been like a debate for decades at this point. And it's just like ultimately comes out to, oh yeah, that's just BS. Like it's not true. Like
Yeah.
the violent video games are what causes violence in reality. And it's kind of like, I
100%.
don't know, there's a lot of things that like video games are taking flack for. And overall, like it's a hobby. Like at the end of the day, like it's something people
Yeah.
like to do. Like I don't know. I've also like grown to just I don't judge people's hobbies because it's like it's just if it's something you enjoy and you're not harming anyone else. Like it's like who
Yeah,
am
who
I to say?
cares? Yeah.
That's just kind of how it is. I mean, yeah, it's I don't know. TLDR. Like there's certainly healthy habits you can pick up, but also like it's important to understand like you know yourself and what your body is and like trying to kind of
Yeah.
work around that and accept that and try to like make it better um because I know like for me like too for the longest time it was like I'd see you'd see these like I'd see like these really like tall jack chads and you're like oh like it'd be sick to have like those kind of muscles but like and if I worked really hard at it yeah I could probably like get kind of like I could probably get to maybe like a 5% of that at best and then it's like but like genetics just kind of like hold that back so and that was
Oh
like
yeah,
something I've
100%. Yeah.
like accepted is like this is my body this is what I have like these are the cards I was dealt but it's not bad and I think for the longest time I was like oh
No.
this is bad so but it's not that way so it's important to like
Well, I'm glad you don't
just
think that
kind
anymore.
of yeah
But
it's like I don't know it's I think like everyone should like learn to just accept kind of this is what you got and like there's certainly ways to improve it and make it better but like not to think you're like lesser than anyone else and
oh
certainly
yeah.
like looking to find ways to like improve your overall health is always a good thing so I
Yeah,
don't know
I think for me, my gauge, like so I always have like cosmetic aesthetic attributes where I'm trying to like strive to get, you know
Hmm.
what I mean? And like look and feel better from uh like a more emotional side of things. But if I got down to like the bare minimum, I think my bare minimum would be so long as I'm not in pain, I don't care.
yeah
I think that's where I'm at. So it's like if maybe like I feel really tight or something like that and I gotta stretch, it's like I gotta do something to make myself feel better. It's like if I have my muscles are like locking up, it's like, oh, I should probably go like exercise them. I gotta do
yeah
something, maybe get them stronger. Or, like I need to pick something up and it freaking hurts to pick it up. It's like we gotta get stronger to make that better. You know,
yeah
that's kind of where I've always been at.
yeah
Uh, enough to stay alive as long as possible.
yeah no I
That's
mean
the idea.
yeah I don't know I'm right there with you I think it's I think I've started to like be like if I'm training or stuff it's to feel good and again kind of like pain management like especially like I've dealt with like sciatic issues and stuff over the years so it's like
Oh yeah,
as
dude.
long as I can like stretch and kind of prevent that from happening as much as possible it's like it's where I try to be so I get it man I get it
Yeah.
yeah it's it's an interesting journey of self to try and kind of figure out what works and everything but I don't know my thing is if you want to game more than 10 hours a week there's nothing wrong with that like in my
You just gotta
eyes
offset it a little bit, man.
yeah he's got
You
to
know?
moderate it like you said I think you'll
Yeah.
be fine so
Like, if you drink a lot of soda, start drinking water with it at least. Like,
yeah.
you know?
Hey, just start drinking more water because in
Balance.
turn, if you drink more water, just you just won't drink as much soda. You know what I'm
That's a fact, yeah.
saying?
But soda's so good, bro. It's so good.
Hey man, it bangs.
So
Can't
good.
lie. Can't lie, dude.
It's
I'm a
the
diet
best.
soda fiend, man. Can't lie.
I am a regular soda fiend. Get that garbage diet out of here.
Get that Alzheimer's causing aspartame out of here.
It's a fact. I don't even know if it's true, but give it to me.
Yeah, I don't think that's
Uh,
true. That's why I don't really care to like read any of that research. But you know what's coming out soon?
Marathon.
Competition for Arc Raiders, dare I say?
It could be a good opportunity. That we're in the extraction shooter haven. Honestly, the fact that Arc Raiders has popped up to the degree it has is going to be really beneficial for Marathon.
It's true. Very
This
true.
dog behind me is making weird noises. So if you see me on cam right now, turn around a couple of times. I'm like, "What, are you okay, bro?" Like,
Is he alive?
yeah, good thing we got the blur on because you don't want to see what he's doing. He's up in that. All right. All right, so Bungie.net, Marathon dev team, the official dev team of Marathon. We're going to talk about the honestly, I miss reading these Bungie.net articles. I used to read them all the time when I was a Halo fiend, when they owned Halo and operated. So, let's get into it. Marathon releases March 5th, 2026. New trailer and more. The trailer looks gorgeous. All right. We're excited. Obviously, I'm speaking from the developer point of view. We're excited to share some big news for Marathon. For those of you on video, Kyle just put on the video of the trailer, so you get to watch it when I'm talking. Marathon releases March 5th, 2026 on Steam, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S. You can pre-order right now. Our latest gameplay trailer introduces one of the many characters you'll meet on Tau Ceti, Gantry, the MIDA faction agent. Factions and their agents are one of the ways you'll experience the story of World of Marathon. As you complete contracts for each of the 6 factions, you'll learn more about their identities, motivations, and rivalries as you work together to uncover the mysteries of Tau Ceti's fate. Combining world design, gameplay, and discoverable narrative to build a rich, living world to discover is key to Marathon's DNA. Completing contracts, finding narrative items, and other achievements will unlock entries in your codex, which you can view outside of your runs. As you collect the colony's lost audio and text logs, stumble across cryptic graffiti, dig into abandoned colony systems, and aid factions in pursuit of their various goals, you'll begin a journey into the unknown that is only just beginning. Announcing the voice cast of Marathon. So, today, we're also excited to announce the English language voice cast of Marathon at launch. Marathon features the voices of, holy crap, there's a lot of people, Grisaya Bajos, Samantha Burt, Bo Bridgeland, Rye Chase, Roger Clark, Darren D. Paul, Jennifer English, Dave Fenoy, Nika Futterman, Morla Grondona, Rena Guthrie. Geez, there's a lot of names here. I'm not good at reading last names.
That's a lot of names.
It's a lot of names. You can go check it out. Yeah. So Marathon will also have fully localized dialogue for all of our supported languages, and those voice casts can be introduced at a later date. Pre-orders are available now on all the platforms that we previously talked about. We're talking about Marathon, Standard and Deluxe editions for Steam, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, with full cross-play and cross-save. That's actually pretty sick. About time to get some of this in. Pre-ordering Marathon grants you access to additional rewards, including weapon, cosmetic, emblems, and background for Marathon at launch, plus rewards for Destiny 2 linked to your Bungie.net account. Head here for more information. There's a link. They also have Marathon Standard Edition. So it includes access to all gameplay updates. So maps, runner shells, events as the year progresses. Pre-order Marathon and also receive the following: 0-Step 004 CE Tactical Sidearm Style, a weapon charm, weapon sticker, a background looks like, Apogee Intercept. Yeah, a lot of cosmetic. An emblem. Plus, the following pre-order rewards for Destiny 2 linked to your Bungie.net account would be Echo Type Shell Exotic Ghost, Rover Exotic Ship, Sprinter Exotic Sparrow. So Marathon Deluxe Edition, so the big stuff here. Is there a collector's edition? Yes, there is. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. Marathon Deluxe Edition, all standard edition content, plus 1x premium rewards pass voucher, 200 sick rewards pass tokens. There are 2 weapon cosmetics and 4 runner shell cosmetics. And the cosmetics look wild.
It's pretty crazy.
Looks like graffiti and just, I don't know. You know what it reminds me of real quick? You seen those guys that do like the big paint buckets and then they spin the giant canvas and then they like have strings and they push it?
Yeah, the bucket.
Yeah, that's kind of like what this looks like.
They laid the characters on the ground and just pushed a paint bucket.
Yeah. Respect. Marathon Collector's Edition available now. So, the Marathon Collector's Edition features a premium unboxing experience inspired by Sekiguchi genetics. Hopefully,
Gucci.
I pronounced that right. Gucci. Shell weaving process. Unbox to reveal a 6th scale thief runner shell statue, collectible miniature weave worm, embroidered patch, postcards, digital rewards, and more. Head on over to Bungie store or check out the video for more. So there's even a video, dude.
Yeah, I saw an unboxing video, like at least the start of an unboxing video. that was posted. Yeah, it's pretty
It's
insane
interesting.
looking collector's edition. I have to give them that.
Yeah, it looks pretty sick. I know a couple of buddies that are definitely gonna buy that. Stuff is bizarre. Uh, sorry guys. All right, so Tao Seti, we want to take a moment to thank you to the dedicated community who's been playtesting Marathon since last April. Your feedback and support have been invaluable, and we can't wait to see more players in Tao City soon. And then it has all the social media links that you can go check out, including community Discord, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube,
Open
Discord,
preview
all that kind of
weekend.
stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like the idea of crossplay, cross save.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, it's nice.
very nice.
Especially for a game like this.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, look, I'll see. I'll be curious to see what the game's like on launch. It's cool. It's cool to see like a collector's edition and all that. I mean, that's cool and all. Hopefully they have improved the game since playtesting. I still can't believe the game is originally supposed to come out in like September or something, which is insane to think about now. It's coming out in March. Pretty crazy stuff. I mean, I think there's one thing that I read today that they had said. It was something about, I think, of like marathon testers or something had ran into this. Essentially, they went to like pre-save or pre-install Marathon, and it also installed Destiny 2. And so they had a patch note where it was like, yeah, we have fixed the issue where installing Marathon or doing whatever Marathon, install Destiny 2 to your machine. It's like, what? So it makes me wonder, like, what happened there? But yeah, all right, weird bugs. It's like all the quote tweets were like, I swear I see something new every week about Marathon that makes me question this game even more.
If it's actually gonna work.
Like, it's like something new every week, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't have like too much more to say about Marathon. I'd like the gameplay doesn't necessarily look the initial gameplay doesn't necessarily look bad, but at least from like what it seemed pretty like dry of content, what they were planning to release with. I'll be curious to see what more they added within, I guess, like the extra 6-7 months or whatever they're adding to
Yeah.
development time. So we'll see. Hopefully, there's a little more content available that than they originally anticipated. So
Yeah.
we'll see. But I mean, it is
Yeah, I'm
Bungie.
looking forward to it.
So, I mean, anything Bungie releases, I think it'll at least be. I'll be, everyone will be looking at it with a microscope, I'm sure, but especially after kind of the lackluster beta. So we'll see.
Well, and this
And the
technically
straight up
stealing.
thievery, straight up theft of
The
art.
rat behavior.
There's that too. Yeah, straight up. It's insane. There's just so much going into this. It's not in the favor of the game. But hey,
No.
I don't know. I mean, go watch the collector's edition unboxing. I guess that's something you can do right now. You can go watch that because
Yeah, you could definitely do that. Yeah.
Because I mean, at least the collector's edition. I mean, I'm a sucker for like figurines and stuff, and especially if it's detailed. So there's that.
I think the only collector's edition that I currently have is Breath of the Wild. No, not Breath of the Wild. Tears of the Kingdom. Which honestly, I might take that with me on my next trip. Start playing some games in case.
Why not,
Yeah.
dude? I've been looking. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I probably won't buy one anytime soon. But man, dude, like that Steam Deck, especially I've seen the ROG Ally reviews and what people have said after a couple months of it being out. It's like they're like that Steam Deck looking kind of pretty. So I don't know.
Nice.
I think eventually, I don't know. It won't be anytime soon, and with all this hardware stuff going on, it's probably gonna spike the prices. So it certainly probably won't be anytime soon for me. But I don't know. The fantasy of gaming anywhere grows fonder by the week. So I don't know.
I'm right there with you. That's why I have the tablet.
Yeah.
The tablet goes far, man. That could hold you over. If you get one of those tablets where you can put in a SIM card, just go ahead and swap out the SIM in your phone and then put it in the tablet and you're good to go.
Yeah,
Play anything.
I'll give me I'll be the Apple shield that I am and buy an iPad at some point, and then just remote game off that thing.
Heck yeah. Hopefully it's good. I've been logging in to still using what's it called? Why am I blanking on it? Moonlight. Yeah, Moonlight and Sunrise. Or Sunshine, I think it's called. Yeah, Sunshine and Moonlight I've been using that to like log into my PC. I did it when was I? I can't remember. Yeah, I was at the gym and I was trying to watch the NFL game, the playoff game,
Oh yeah.
and I went into a room in the gym where they didn't have the game playing. So I just pulled up my phone and I tried to stream it from my phone and it wasn't working either. I was like, wait, I'll just log into my PC and then stream it from there. So I just like logged into my PC, streamed it from my PC, and then watched it. It was really cool.
Yeah, that's funny.
And then it works anywhere. So yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's not a bad idea at all. So
Mhm.
yeah, I don't. We'll see. I mean, again, it's hard to have absolute uncertain faith in Marathon, given what it's been through until now. But I'll be there day one to see the reviews. Tell you that much.
That's right.
So
Oh,
see.
yeah, I'll be there with you. It'd be really cool. I'm also looking forward to Xbox Direct tomorrow. That's
Yeah,
gonna be really sick.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's a bummer we can't cover it this week, but I mean, depending on what's announced, I'm sure we'll definitely like. I like. I'm more so just curious about Fable. That's kind of my big
Yeah,
thing with
it's
that. Like,
been a while.
I mean, they're supposed to show a lot in the direct, so we'll see. And yeah, hopefully it's not too far off either. But I have a strong feeling it's not going to be like, oh, this game's coming out in May. Like, that's probably not going to be it. But we'll see. But yeah, I think Playground has 2 games they're showing. They're showing Fable, but they also have like the Forza. I think that's also showcasing stuff on.
Yeah, that
So
sounds right.
and there's a third game, but it's leaving me what the third game was they were showing. But yeah, that should be exciting to see. But yeah, what do you say, Mike? We have anything else?
Not really, man. I think we can let the people go. We'll just send them a quick little couple of reminders. I got to get going because I have to go pack and get ready to go to Orlando tomorrow. Hopefully, I can come back and they don't cancel the return flight. But yeah, that's my plan. Gotta check the weather, figure out what I'm packing, and then gotta pack maybe an extra day just in case. You know what I mean? But we'll let the people go. For those of you that haven't been here in a while and you don't remember, we do have timestamps below that you can check out anything, any of the articles, including links in the description. We put them in tiny URLs. Otherwise, they put the freaking whole title, the mammoth of a title, in the URL now. So that's why I use the tiny links. You can go check those out whenever you want. We have social media links as well. And yeah, that's all I really got. Do you have anything?
Yeah. I mean, I was reading up the developer direct thing. It's right now it's slated two Playground games, obviously Fable and Forza. Game Freak, I think, is showing a non-Pokemon related IP, so
Ooh,
be
okay.
interesting to see what that is. And then there's rumors of a secret 4th game that's possible. I think there's some leaks that suggested there could have been some secret 4th game they may unveil. So we'll see if they have any tricks up their sleeve. But
Okay. Yeah, that'll be good to see.
interesting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We'll definitely have to check that out for sure.
Yeah.
All right. We'll let you guys go. Thank you for tuning in. This has been the M2 Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Anthony. That's Kyle Heath. And we will see you in the next one. Have a wonderful week. Check out Xbox Game Direct. Check out these other articles and pay attention to, honestly, Marathon and Gears of War. Emergence Day, E-Day. So see you later. Peace out. Keep gaming.
Scar, well, keep gaming.